What are the factors to consider when selecting a journal? Journal requirement and guideline is once you have selected, okay, fine, this is a journal I wanted to submit, this is the scope, this is the aim, which is uh, which is matching to my manuscript and all, you will keep in your mind and then you will. But after selecting, then one more important factor here is the certain things will be there before writing or before changing your manuscript according to journal. That is a journal requirement guideline. Read it very, very carefully. Make sure understand the journal's formatting guideline, ethical requirement. Sometime the formatting guidelines will require specific things like Times Roman 12 or 11, some spaces, what spaces should be there, and sometime margin, this much should be the margin, and there should be a numbering. And when you're writing something, ethical requirement, it has to be specified, has to be written well clearly. There are so many things will be there, so you have to read it very carefully, what is the requirement of the journal and guideline. Impact of subfield and audience and publication choice. So you should be more careful to understand what is your work and what is a journal, who is going to read your paper. Budget consideration. All journals are not free for submitting your manuscript or for a publication of your manuscript. This is another important factor. If you have a very good fund, if your university is supporting for you for the publication and all, whether you have it or not, if you don't have anything, you are completely with zero and all, you have to look for whether this journal is charging, any article processing charging is there, any submission fee is there. Please check that one, so that sometime what happens, we will submit everything and the paper may get accepted, it comes for a revision, everything happens, and at the end, before publishing or before processing, they may say so and so is required in order to go further. Then at that time, you will be simply wasting your time for sometime even months together, even a year. So before that one, please check. Every journal will be having the article processing charge. There are different criterias. For there are some waivers also there where you can make adjustment like for the reduced cost and all, and sometime for a poor country, corresponding author is there, there may be 100% waiving option will be there. If your university is having a funding option, there are so many things will be there before that one. Please check this factor as well. So what are the common mistakes we do, and what are those and how we can avoid? Without doing any homework, for example, any particular journal you have selected, you have to go through very carefully its requirements, its guidelines, all those things, whatever even the budget requirement is there, any processing charge is there, all those homeworking has to be done before submitting to the journal website. This is one of the biggest error we will do. Another thing is overreaching by submitting to top tier journals. My work is having one impact factor of quality, but I wanted to publish it in a 10 impact. Let's try. Let's try is a good thing, but the thing is you are submitting, you are formatting, you are wasting a lot of time. All those things are another important, significant mistakes, I can say. Most of the researchers will do. So better avoid all those things. Try to work practically. What is the quality of your work and where it has to go. Ignoring journal impact factor. That is what it is also having a second point here related with here as well in third point. Please be careful while choosing a journal, whether it should have an impact factor, whether it should not have an impact factor, and if it is having an impact factor, whether it is relating to any kind of a charges, all those things. Please be careful. So such things. Choosing a journal you have never read before. Nothing you know about that one, just randomly you have seen. You're your paper title is matching with that journal's name. For example, breast cancer, something related to that one, you have done your research well. The name of the journal is having in that whole name of the journal somewhere breast cancer, something cancer is there, something like that. Just submit it, and you have not read any all guidelines and all. Then again, you will wind up in a trouble, wasting your time, and again you will get frustrated, and again keep on complaining that paper is not getting accepted. So follow the formatting guidelines very closely. Read it once, twice, thrice, but be careful what actually is required in that. Sometimes they ask you to make it blind manuscript. Sometimes legends as the figure and table should be separate. There are so many things will be there. So be careful. Read it very carefully. Provide clear and concise abstract. Sometimes just reading abstract, it may get for further process. I don't tell that the abstract itself will tell you, make you for a final publication, but make abstract very attractive. Not only just for the publication, even for the audience, even after the publication. Audience may get very attractive to your paper, you may get increase your citation. There are so many things will be there. So abstract should be very clear and very concise, very meaningful. Choose appropriate keywords. Your keywords, journal keywords, should match in such a way that it catches to the editor, to the reviewer, to the audience. Double check before submitting your manuscript to the journal. So conclusion is here, selecting a journal, choose a right journal by keeping all these mentioned essential points. So here key consideration is understand the aim and scope, understand who is going to read your paper, what is the journal impact factor, and what are the journal requirement. Common mistakes, keep it in your mind, what is your work, and accordingly what should be the impact factor, and select the journal in that way. Don't ignore all the time impact factor. So don't choose any journal which you don't know anything about that one. Just simply name is there, something is matching, just submitting. That also will put you under the trouble. Okay friends, this is what a small and brief thing I just wanted to tell about journal selection tip. There are many more videos, many more presentations are going to come where I'll be elaborating many more things about scientific writing. Thank you. And if any questions, anything do you have, if just put it in a comment. And if any video you are feeling that this is required and all, so on request I'll be preparing such kind of a presentation, and hope it helps someone for their manuscript submission and publication. Thank you so much. Have a good day.